When you're sharpening with the Gleason guide, you take the guide and set it on top of the stone, and you want to ensure that you are using the correct side. So since we'll be sharpening universals and sickles, you're going to be using this side of the guide. When you take a sickle, you want to hold it in a really good modified pen grasp. You're going to lay the center of the blade onto the center of the guide. You want to use a pinching grasp like so that you can keep your fingers out of the way and yet hold the guide really tightly to the stone. So you'll take that end of the sickle, you'll set it down onto the center of the guide, and this is counterintuitive, but we're going to say no fulcrum. You're going to go right into that right angle between the stop and the stone, and then you'll drop this down so that your terminal shank is resting on that rest. You're going to then bend your wrist with no fulcrum, two things we tell you never to do during instrumentation, and you're going to move the instrument across the surface of the stone, and this wrist rocking will ensure that you go from the heel to the toe, to the heel to the toe. And by staying on the rest and staying in that 90-degree angle between the stop and the stone, you're going to make sure that you are at the correct angle to sharpen that instrument. To do the other cutting edge, you'll just flip it over. Again, you're going to slide over to the stop, go to that 90 degrees between the stop and the stone, drop down so your terminal shank is resting on the instrument rest. Again, modified pen grasp, bend your wrist to rock. Heel, toe, heel, toe. You want to make sure you start in the middle of the guide and in the middle of your blade so that you don't wind up coming off of the toe. Some of the things that can happen are if you turn too far this direction, your toe can wind up catching and you'll lose your angulation. You can come down on the rest too far and you'll wind up taking the toe of the instrument off, or you may come up this direction and not be engaging your blade. Most people, the error is that they drop their handle down too far and they wind up taking the toe of the instrument off.